This presentation is meant for professors who signed up for mentoring. It's a kind of a roadmap, and we share some best practices. Mentoring is always a one-to-one trajectory. It will take 1 year. That will be the official program, of course. And we stimulate you to organize like 4 to 6 physical meetings. It's important that you should not organize it at your own office. It can be at a mentor's, but it can also be at a restaurant, during a coffee, or during a walk. We offer you a voucher to have a lunch at the Pond. That's the restaurant of Ghent University. It's important that you take your time, and perhaps you can also discuss to do some joint activities. Your mentor, as you know, will be somebody who is more experienced, who has no hierarchical or evaluating role. And I repeat this because it's important if we make matching and we present the future mentor to you, just check if this is really the case. Of course, we will also do the double check, but it's also better for you that you will feel really safe with your mentor, as you will be also discussing confidential and private things in your meetings. As a mentee, you will take the lead. You prepare, you plan the meetings, and you also set the agenda. While preparing your meetings, it's important to think about your expectations, your questions, your hurdles. You should really reflect what's the why for you. Why are you meeting your mentor, and what are you hoping to gain? And when you share this with your mentor, you will get really the most out of your meetings. In the first phase, it will be about starting the relationship. And that's really important, that you take time to get to know one another. And in this first conversations, it's really important to discuss some expectations that you have, but also tackle issues like trust and respect. What does it mean for you? And you can define your objectives, your short-term, long-term objectives that you want to reach with mentoring. And also important might be is that you discuss how often you will meet or what areas you will work on together. So now you're quite in the middle of your mentoring trajectory. It can be already from conversation one that you feel like really trusted by your mentor and you have a quite informal relationship. It's good, then you will just be yourself. But somehow it's quite important to move over this informality and keep your expectations realistic and keep on talking about your projects, your actions, and your results. When the mentor might be silent, don't be afraid of it, because silence often means that the other is really interested in what you're talking about. And on the other hand, it's also quite important for you as a mentee to share some of your experiences with mentoring, because the mentor does not always ask how you benefit from the relationship. If for any reason your mentoring trajectory will end before the end of the year, we ask you that you contact HR. We will look in it together, because it might mean that you are looking for another kind of mentor, but it's also important for us to know why you stop, because so we can watch over the quality of the program, and if for any other reason you want to stop, just talk to us, because the mentor might be very good, and so we can also match the mentor with other new professors who will have been started in the meantime. Thank you for that. As you know, the mentoring year that we coordinate takes 1 year. This means that at some point your formal mentoring relationship will end. This is also time to take time for reflection on your own growth during this year. What were topics that were easy to discuss? What are more difficult things? What have you enjoyed? And it's quite important that at this stage you harvest, that you ask how your mentor has perceived you. You can ask your mentor for feedback. What are your strengths? And also you can also ask your mentor what is in their opinion your march of growing into your career. And this will help you to evolve more quicker, and also it will help you to feel good about yourself. As the official program takes 1 year, it's up to you and the mentor to choose if you want to continue the contact in another form. So just talk about it, and then it's clear and nobody will be annoyed or surprised afterwards. Sometimes as a mentee, mentoring can be quite strange. You haven't done this before. So these are some best practices, some questions that you can tackle with your mentor. In the former slides, we discussed that mentoring should happen in a safe environment. But of course, mentoring or even coaching is not meant to make you comfortable with who you are. Mentoring should challenge you as a person, as a professional. And this cannot happen unless you are willing to take some risks. And whatever makes sense, but things like discussing your lack of confidence or challenging a mentor on an issue, trying to be completely outside of your comfort zones, are all examples of learning, because once you get out of your comfort zone, you enter the learning zone. So we run through some phases of mentoring, we shared some best practices, and we also offer a small toolbox for mentors. You can find it on the web pages of Ghent University. We have a toolbox for leaders, and one of the 7 tips sheets is on mentoring. And of course, we inspire you to talk as much as you can with your mentor. But of course, we at HR, we offer you individual support. Let's imagine that you want a new match, that your mentor relationship is not working, then you contact us. And with any other personal or specific issue on your career, feel free to reach out to us, and then we will have a talk with you and discuss your options. And of course, we also will be organizing like an intermediate and final evaluation, and we will be happy to meet you at the breakfasts that will be organized somewhere in spring together with rector and the deans. Just to sum up, mentoring is about taking time to reflect. It's about choosing directions and being more successful and focused afterwards. Mentoring is organized by the Career Development Office of Ghent University. We wish you a very nice trajectory together with your mentor, and feel free to reach out to us with any other question on your career.